Okay, you guys, so I'm sitting here and I wanted to make this because lately some of the things that I've been working on with my business are very mindset oriented because there's been a lot of confusion with some people in regards to what I do when I work with people. And people have been asking me if I help with marketing, do I help with weight loss? What is it that I help people with? And I want to make it very, very clear that the primary thing that I help people with is working on their mindset and improving their mindset. And this is very, very important because whenever you're going to do something new or try to achieve something or hit your goals, oftentimes it's really easy for us to get wrapped up in what we need to do in order to make those changes in our lives. But oftentimes we will start to focus too much right away on the external actions that a person needs to take in order to move along the road towards their goals. But what happens when we focus on that as the first area of focus when we go to make changes, what happens is it can cause a lot of hesitation and it kind of contributes to some anxieties and fears because the first place that a person should be, or that most of us need to be working and focusing on when we're trying to change, is here, is mentally and sometimes also spiritually, in regards to our emotional health and our mental health, um, because the thing that has to happen before anyone can make a change is it has to be a decision and a commitment to actually do something. So we could write down all day long all of the things we think we should and need to do in order to change, but until we actually mentally reach that point mentally where we're totally committed to doing those action steps, nothing happens and we don't see any progress. So I want to kind of go over a couple of things that I've just written down here today that I think can be helpful for any of us in regards to goal achievement and behavior change, behavior modification, improving our finances, improving our confidence in regards to goal achievement, is really just these few tiny little tweaks and shifts in regards to the way that we think about things. Because until we change the way that we think and the way that we talk to ourselves and our thoughts, we really are going to continue to bump up against these um, roadblocks and obstacles in a way, because that is when we experience a moment of insecurity or lack of confidence, or feeling exhausted, fatigue. A lot of those things really are physical and external symptoms of something internal, a problem that's going on internally. And oftentimes it is um, the basis all starts with that mentality and the thought processes that a person is engaged in. Um, so, one of the things I want to go over is just asking you a few questions that, and maybe proposing a few things that you might be able to ask yourself, and some areas where you can look at yourself right now, that might help you with something that you are currently struggling with in your life, whether that's in your business, with your fitness goals, maybe in your marriage or communication with your coworkers, maybe some team members, possibly even with your children. Okay, so it's very, very important that a person maintains this mental fitness and mental strength in order to get through these like negative things that a person might tell themselves when they start to struggle with obstacles. So a lot of times what we'll see is it tends to, much of a person's struggle with something tends to start with an emotion of fear, or concern, anxiety about the future, um, over or excessive anxiety about the potential loss or lack of something. And this is something that I have noticed with a lot of people that I talk to. So people will be worried that they're going to lose a job, or that they're going to lose something in a current relationship, or they're going to lose a sense of comfort that they have in their lives. So, and oftentimes they'll start to talk about what they're lacking. So they'll say that they lack the money to do something, or that they lack, at this point in time, the physical strength to complete a physical fitness activity, or that they are lacking good communication with their partner. And so what happens is they get stuck in this repeating negative self talk cycle. And right away, what a person can do to turn themselves around and to be able to overcome those obstacles that they might be stuck on is to completely just flip the switch over, and instead of focusing on what you're going to lose or what you are potentially lacking, is to really switch your mindset over to a focus of gain and a focus of possession, that is empowering in a manner. So, so this might be helpful for you. So rather than thinking about what you are going to lose if you stop smoking, or what you are going to lose if you stop drinking alcohol, or if you were to, um, if you are fearing if income is something that you're struggling with, rather than focusing on what you are going to lose if you lost your job, or if you lost your spouse, what would you gain? What would you gain? In which way would your life be positively affected, if you were to stop smoking, if you were to become more physically active? What types of things would you gain? What positive things would that create in your life? As far as lack, rather than telling yourself that there is not enough money for you to do this, or you just don't have the right gym equipment, or you just don't have the energy, what do you currently have as an asset, as a possession that you feel like you have right now, that that is something, that is a tool that you can use to move yourself forward? So focusing on what you currently possess and something that you might gain were you to make changes, is the way to overcome some of these mental obstacles that we hit, and mental walls that a person hits. And I think that contributes to better, um, not only does it contribute to a better sense of mental health that gives you that longer, uh, lasting abilities to overcome obstacles, but you'll start to notice that it will, um, make changes into your physical life. So the symptoms of your mentality start to, show themselves a little more often, and with, um, a greater likelihood that there's a greater likelihood that you'll start to see these, um, physical manifestations of your mental thought processes. So when you start to focus on, and this is, the basis for a lot of, life coaches and successful coaches out there, whether it's business coaches or fitness coaches, a lot of them do talk about focusing on abundance, and focusing on empowering yourself. What can you do here that will start to make changes in your physical life? And so I want it to be clear to you guys that, if you are like looking at me and you're like, oh my gosh, how does Lisa's so physically fit, or, Lisa's so driven with, um, achieving her goals and things like that. It is not because of my physical fitness that I'm able to do things. It's not because of my current physical situation that I'm able to do things. It all starts with my mindset. And I spend a lot of time focusing on, mental skill sets and mindset training and um, mindset focus, very, very focused mindset work. And that is my primary focus when I work with clients and I um, am coaching people. I am coaching them on helping them change their mindset so that they can more easily work on those physical things that they have been struggling with in their life. So, hopefully, if you guys are still watching, I really appreciate you very, very much. And you're probably going to be seeing a lot more videos from me now. We've had some transition things happen in our life. Right now, I'm actually in the library, which is why I'm kind of whispering to you. But I will be making a lot more videos over the next few weeks, and you'll be seeing that quite a bit. So I look forward to connecting with you guys. And if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me. And I hope to hear from you guys. And take care of yourselves and have a good week. Bye.